Okay, in this video we're going to go through the general procedure for solving absolute value equations. Now, the first step in solving an absolute value equation is to isolate the absolute value. And this first equation, that corresponds to isolating this guy right here, open absolute value x minus 4. So my first step is to subtract 6 from both sides, so I'm left with 3 times the absolute value of x minus 4, close absolute value equals 6. Okay, so that was subtracting 6 on both sides. Now, since I have 3 times the absolute value, to get rid of that, I divide by 3, and I'm left with the absolute value of x minus 4, close absolute value, equals 2. Okay, so by doing these steps right here, I have completed step 1 of isolating the absolute value. I have the absolute value equals a number. Now I need to set up my two equations, and remember from the video introducing solving absolute value equations, I know that this equation is true if x minus 4 equals 2, or if x minus 4 equals negative 2, because if you take the absolute value of negative 2 or 2, you'll get 2. So I set up those two equations. X minus 4 equals 2, and x minus 4 equals negative 2. That's step 2, setting up the two equations. Okay, so now step 3 is to solve both of these equations, and for this one it's pretty easy. Just add 4 to both sides. Add 4 to both sides and I have x equals 6. Add 4 to both sides and I have x equals 2. Alright, for this one that was solving both equations. Now my final step, and I cannot emphasize how important this step is enough, verify the solutions. Remember, the whole purpose of solving an equation is to find values of x that satisfy the original equation. So let's plug these guys in. So I'm going to verify solution 1. I have 3 times the absolute value of 6 minus 4, close absolute value, plus 6 equals question mark 12. Hopefully this equals 12. Alright, and I have 3, open absolute value, 6 minus 4 is of course 2, close absolute value, plus 6 equals question mark 12. Well, the absolute value of 2 is 2, so I have 3 times 2 plus 6 equals question mark 12. Well, that's pretty easy. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. This is, of course, 12 equals 12, which is what we hope to get. Now, if you had trouble with this part, you can go back and look at absolute value in the order of operations video, and that explains how to go through and simplify an expression with absolute values. But this was step 4 for one of the solutions. Now let's make sure we check the other solution. We have 3, open absolute value, 2 minus 4, close absolute value, plus 6 equals question mark 12. Alright, simplifying the center, I have 3, open absolute value, 2 minus 4 is negative 2, close absolute value, plus 6, hopefully is going to equal 12. Absolute value of negative 2 is, of course, 2. So this is 3 times 2 plus 6, which we know to be 12, which is what we hoped it equaled. So we have verified that both of these solutions are correct. Now in the next video, I'm going to outline, we're going to look at what happens when the absolute value expression is equal to an expression on the right that has an x in it.